Hey Guardians, this video is going to tell you everything you need to know about taking down Golgoroth as quickly and efficiently as possible. Let's start with the terrain. The area Golgoroth is in consists of a large circle with a pit in the center where Golgoroth roams. You rarely want to be down there unless you're waiting to shoot the boss. You should also notice some blue orbs on the ceiling, which will come into play later. Most of your time will be spent on the side of the map nearest the door you come in from, as enemies will spawn from the opposite side in waves. Now let's talk weapons and builds. Once again, everyone should have a decently leveled sniper, as this fight requires team firing a boss for a limited amount of time. For builds, at least one Titan with the defender tree fully unlocked is most likely necessary. Also, Night Stalker hunters are extremely useful for added damage to the boss when the time comes. Everyone else should just run what they are comfortable with and make orbs for Night Stalkers and defenders. The Golgoroth fight requires a team of guardians to shoot an orb from the ceiling that will then dump a puddle on the ground that they can stand in to do damage to. The catch is, one guardian must get the attention of Golgoroth, or the gaze, by shooting him in his gooey back. This will assure he is fixated on one guardian and the others can safely damage him. Alright, now you are prepared and have some insight on the fight, let's go through it step by step. We are going to be using the one bubble method because it is the simplest and allows the most amount of time for damage. That means guardians will split into 2 teams of 3, and one guardian on the right should be designated as the attention grabber, while the other on the left should be the gaze getter. To start the fight, shoot the large bubble in the center and Golgoroth will appear. Both teams of 3 should be positioned in the left and right corners with a clear shot down the left and right hallways. Make sure that Golgoroth cannot see you, as its eye blast will destroy you quickly. Enemies start spawning down these hallways, so take them down quickly, being mindful of the adepts. Once all the acolytes are dead, all guardians should move over to the left front corner, and the gaze getter and attention grabber should move into positions. Now let's get the gaze getter and the attention grabber positions sorted. The gaze getter needs to shoot Golgoroth in that big gooey back in order to get the Golgoroth's gaze buff, but unless someone distracts Golgoroth so the gaze getter can see his back, you're kinda screwed. That's where the attention grabber comes in. While all of the guardians are waiting in the left corner, the attention grabber is going to run opposite them near where the acolytes spawn on the right side. Simultaneously, the 4 guardians in the left corner should aim up at the glowing blue orb in front of their position and shoot it a couple of times till it pulses. That means it will only take a few well-placed shots to make it pop, which is what you want. When everyone is in position, the attention grabber should call out to the gaze getter that he or she will be getting Golgoroth's attention. The attention grabber should shoot Golgoroth so that he turns towards them, and while its back is facing the gaze getter should snipe Golgoroth in its big gooey back a few times. At this point, the rest of the guardians should burst the bubble and wait for the gaze getter to call out, "I have the gaze." Several things should now happen simultaneously, as Golgoroth should snap back around and face the whole fire team. First, the fire team should jump down to the goo on the floor that the bubble created, and since now Golgoroth will be turned to face them, they will have a clear shot to start sniping Golgoroth in its weak stomach. The Defender Titan should also place a Ward of Dawn with the Weapons of Light perk behind the goo puddle, and the Night Stalker should tether Golgoroth. The Gaze Getter should also be running in circles in that upper left corner. Golgoroth gets really mad at Mr. Gaze Getter, and he will shoot purple death balls that will only seek out the person with the gaze. This guardian should keep an eye on the timer in the bottom left corner, and let the guardians in the middle know when it is up. As for the rest, you know the deal. Get some Weapons of Light action, shoot the boss over and over, Gaze Getter, run for your life. Once that gaze timer is up, everyone should get back to their original positions for another run. It should take you 3 trips down into the goo, but 4 should be fine too. The only way this fight changes is in round 3 when the Taken show up. Here, the enemies infinitely respawn, so don't wait to wipe them all. Just go through the steps and kill the Taken thralls as they get too close. That's all there is to it. The biggest hurdle will always be communication and making sure the bubble bursting and gaze getting is synced up. Once you have that, this fight should be a breeze. Thanks for watching. For more, head on over to destinydb.com.